Okay.
Welcome to WHMP Sports. We've got another race update. This time it's Run LOViT, and we've got Lee on the line. And do we also have any runners? Oh yes, look at there. We have Karmell on the line as well. And I did receive some updates from the field that Karmell, you are now running under the name of Jebediah Micah Petersheim, I understand.
Oh. True. That's the
yeah. We don't think the race people know about this.
Okay, so looking for Jebediah Micah Petersheim on the tracker, we should just look for Karmell O'Rourke, and that'll give Jebediah's results.
My old name.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Correct. Appreciate it, Jeb.
Some new name.
We've actually been going with Dia Micah.
Well, Dia was suggested at one point and Micah was suggested at another point. And I was like, well, what if I mix them? But then that's Dika. And I didn't know. So that probably doesn't work either. So we're still working it out.
It doesn't? So tell us about your new shoes.
Oh my God. All right. So everything leading up to this has been just a whole clusterfuck. I got delayed the last day of work, so I didn't get to come home the day I was supposed to come home. So I got home from a week-long work trip the day before the race to discover I'm missing my shoes. I guess I'm supposed to hold this. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So my race shoes are missing. And I have these like really vague memories of like unpacking from Outlaw and being like, oh, I will put these in this special, I'm going to need these shoes and I'm going to have very little time to pack. So I will put these in this special spot so that I could just pack them very quickly when I get home. And I have these memories, but now like, because we destroyed the house looking for them, I'm like wondering if they're phantom memories and if they just got left in Oklahoma. I have no idea. So then Lee is like, you could wear these shoes. And she like brings out this other shoe. She's like, these are the same size and like model of these other shoes that you used to run in. I'm like, okay. And I like shove them in my bag. And then today I put them on this morning and I was like, ow, what the hell? And they're like squeezing my feet and my toes. And I'm like, and then I look at them and I'm like, these aren't the model shoes that I have. I'm like, these aren't going to work. There's no way. So we went to, yeah, exactly. There's a lesson here, people. So we went to Fleet Feet and they don't carry topos. They were trying to like put me in Hokas. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, there's a limit to what I'm gonna do. So now I'm running in shoes, what are those? Saucony's?
Saucony Peregrines.
Saucony Peregrines. Okay, so I run in Saucony Peregrines and topos.
Here's what's funny about these Saucony Peregrines. I brought them as a backup shoe. The only reason I have them is because we flew to Blood Rock in 2020 probably, and we got there and I had a pair of Ultra Timps that were newish and I thought they were in great shape, and I got there and the inside started ripping open. I was like, shit, they're at Eastern States in 19. I had a pair just tear completely open at mile 11. I had to wear some kid's shoes that he gave me off of his feet because he was in the process of outgrowing them. So as a whole separate funny story race. We should call this disaster racing with Lee and Karmell. So I bought those Peregrines the day before Blood Rock, wore them around for an hour and wore them for the entire 103 miles that is Blood Rock in 2020. Never really trained in them, but had brought them as a backup because they're stiffer.
So maybe they're good luck shoes. Yeah, first place.
Oh,
yeah, first place in Blood Rock.
So Karmell has my good luck
shoes. So maybe
that I never wear.
Shoes, even though I've never.
So they're just the backup
shoes. So the folks at Saucony might want to pay attention to this race for potential sponsorship stories.
Yeah. So then the other thing is I have never done an evening start. And of course, leading up to my first evening start, I have a week of like 4 and 5 a.m. show times at work. So I've been getting up at like 2 and 3 in the morning. So this is interesting because this is like almost my bedtime. And like, it feels like it's already been such a long day. And it's like, oh, I'm going to start a race in like an hour and a half. So I don't know. It just, it feels like it's already a disaster.
Have you ever done an evening start before?
No, I've never done an evening start before. So of course, before my first evening start would be like this week of like god awful early show times to like acclimate me to the totally opposite schedule that I need for an evening start. So I've been bitching about that a lot. They've heard me like, I've been all crusty about it.
It's kind of worse because Sean and I have both done evening start. Sean's done one. I've done a bunch of randoms. Like I've done 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 10 p.m., noon. I've done so many different start times that I'm kind of like, whatever. I've done 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever.
Yeah. So
So
there's
how
that.
are
and then
you
I'm trying to-
feeling today, right now? How are you feeling compared to how you usually feel at 3:30 p.m. the day of a race, when you've already been running for hours and hours?
Well, I think usually at 3:30 p.m. I'm like in good, like if I've started the race at like 5 or 6 in the morning, but at 3 I'm usually feeling still okay. I think that's usually still not-
Are you feeling that level of okay right now?
No, I would say I'm feeling overwhelmingly negative right
Okay.
now. I'm feeling very negative. Yes.
You
and
gotta
crusty.
jog out those feelings.
Yeah, apparently. I'm trying out some new headlamps too, so we'll see how that goes. But at least I'm gonna be, I was gonna say kind of fresh for the headlamp part, but I don't know that I'm feeling fresh right now. Like I'm kind of ready to go to
At
sleep
least you get
now.
to try out the headlamps like right away. And you
Yeah.
don't have to spend hours and hours and hours of daylight thinking about what headlamps are gonna work.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
Right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The one thing I have going for me though is that this race, my intention was always for it to be kind of like a on tired legs, just make the finish 12 days after the last race kind of thing. So it's not like I had, you know, great expectations for this race. It was literally like my goal is just to finish a race that close to the last race.
Which is a pretty great expectation.
Yeah. So that's good. That takes a little bit of the pressure off because it's not like I was like, oh, I'm going to try to finish this one in 26 hours. No, I'm not trying to do that. Like I'm just trying to get in for the cutoffs for this one. So this gives me a little bit of leeway where if I could just keep a good shuffle going and maybe with the nighttime start, maybe that's going to help pace me early in the beginning because it's part of what screwed up that last race. I mean, that's a big one, is always trying to not pace stupidly at the start. So maybe starting at night, kind of tired, will help with that. So we will see. I have no idea. This could go all sorts of ways. It's kind of cold out, but I don't mind that as long as I keep I brought the Himalayan pink salt this time. So that should, ward off the salt issues from last time and the hypothermias. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
How are you feeling about the pink Himalayan sea salt? I know how you feel about that color.
I'm just gonna not look at the color while I'm taking it.
Try and think of it as like a purple or perhaps a blue Himalayan.
Well, it's a very mild pink. It's barely pink at all. Because it's been in the Ziplocs and it gets
almost like a grayish pink, really.
It's kind of grayish.
Yeah, I don't look at the Himalayan sea salt and feel like it's overly feminine. They did give me a really feminine race shirt though, and I'm going to take it back because I ordered the men's, but they just looked at me and were like, oh, feminine. And
of all the times for someone to,
she is all woman, let's give her a woman shirt. And then I didn't realize it till we got back to the hotel. So I'm marching that back to the stand and I'm going to be like, I ordered a men's shirt with my $300.
I almost wish I had, but they tend to be too big for me.
Just so you are aware, the Saucony Peregrine is available on Sierra Trading Post in pink. So you do
all right, I will keep that in mind.
If you ever want a stiff backup shoe for when your feet hurt, it's good for that.
Oh, and then of course the other thing that I forgot to mention that went wrong. Dude, oh no, that you're just zooming. I thought we locked you. Oh,
there's the pink.
Yeah, I don't know if those are gonna work for me.
Those won't match my usual race pack.
Yeah, but then I had to drive yesterday the 6 hours because flight cancellations. I couldn't get to Little Rock, so I drove the 6 hours, and that aggravated my back a little bit too. So I have some concerns.
Your toenail's completely purple.
I know my toenail's purple. You're spurting the colors, but
mine's only half purple. But that's because I cut off the other half of the toenail because it was coming loose.
I will let you talk about how you're feeling.
How you feeling, Lee? You seem pretty up and at 'em and ready to go.
Well, I just had coffee. Our room came with some fresh ground coffee, and it was delicious. And I put the complimentary hot cocoa powder. It's very tasty. I have no idea if I'm recovered enough for this nonsense. We're gonna go find out. And let's see what else. Oh, we went to this vegan place called Mimi's Potatoes. Did we already tell her about this?
We didn't tell
I,
all the people about it if we did
yeah,
tell you.
tell me
my
about
God, it
Mimi.
was so good. Oh, it was fantastic, but it's like the back of someone's house.
Yeah, it's like the back of somebody's
And, like, you
house. You
go
like
in and it
pull
looks
up
like
and
you're
you're
in a
like, is it
basement.
okay for us to go in?
And then like there's a side door, but it's like a handmade sign, like someone just like, drew it. And like you go in and like there's a sign that says, hey, the ordering's online, ring this bell if we aren't out here. And like there's some crates and like there's some curtains hung up and it's like a basement concrete floor and there's tables and like you don't, but then it smells really good in there.
It
And
does
I thought-
smell good.
and it's like the other vegan place was saying it was like a hole in the wall behind old, and you have to like, go around behind like some old truck stop and we're like, this is good vegan food. And then but you walk in and you smell the smell and you're like, it smells
Good.
really good. It was delicious. It was amazing.
And then you know how like some restaurants will have like the water stand where you could go help yourself for water. They had the water stand and like sitting next to the jugs was just like a bottle of Evan Williams.
It was half empty.
It was like, were you just allowed to just help yourself to the Evan Williams too?
I mean, I
it
kind of
was,
had that
it
impression.
was
but
kind
it
of
was-
suggested. We didn't because race day and things, but it was, there's a picture on, I think, both of our Facebooks of that, if you want to show the people that.
And my Instagram, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But we didn't drink that because we thought we shouldn't have whiskey at 11 in the morning when we're running a race at 5 p.m. We're not sure if we're correct in that assumption, but that was what we
It
thought.
probably is a little bit early for the whiskey.
Yeah, if it's like if you've already woken up and you're still on course, it's not, but yeah. Like if it was 11 a.m. and I was at mile like 86 of a race, I would drink the complimentary whiskey.
Here's the complimentary whiskey that our athletes are referring to.
Yeah,
Oh, you
Yeah.
found it. She's good. She's good.
Amy's very good at this game.
She's very resourceful.
What
Yeah,
I'm
that was
looking
Mimi.
for actually, what I really want to find is the Run LOViT tracker.
Oh, yeah, that's somewhere we could see
Yeah,
it
and I know you guys
together.
shared it with me before, but I need to track down the tracker again so I can update on you guys as you run along.
Is it in the email?
It's in somewhere. Yeah.
I will look for it to send to you because Karmell is thinking about trying to put the race course GPX into her Guru
Ah,
Maps, maybe Gaia Maps, one of them.
Something, yes.
I already have it in my phone. I have a free app that works like Google Maps where I'm a blue dot, but I can put the race course GPXs in it and it shows all the roads and all the trails and also me, and also has highlighters showing the actual course I'm supposed to be on, so that I can look and see where I am compared to aid stations and things, and also where I am compared to the actual course, which is helpful if I run into trouble. And it works in airplane mode. It will keep tracking me all night long. It's very fantastic. Probably a lot of people don't know this can be done. We're gonna have to actually do an instructional video on how to do that.
Oh,
All
did-
night long. Uhanaten is Finnish for all night long. It's a song. Karmell. It's 80s pop.
It's pretty fantastic.
all right. I saw it on
yes,
the
we
tracker.
appreciate
All right, I'll
it.
find it. I'll find it. I
I'll-
will find
I
that
will let
tracker.
you know.
I remember being very impressed by the tracker when I looked at it before. It's got pace calculation, all sorts of fun stuff. So
I mean, you gotta make sure you know where the tracker is because a certain Barbara Kling needs to know
yes,
Oh, yeah.
about the tracker.
yes, she is
That's what you- that she already knows.
OGWHMP sports analyst. Barbara Kling, that's my mom. She's a
She
big
doesn't
ultra
answer.
fan.
She may be ahead of you on the tracker. You never know. She's been very good at finding
Yeah.
our race tracker.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I just got one of my sources on the ground just sent me the LOViT tracker. Thanks, Sean.
No,
All
Sean's
right.
should they all get to meet Sean? Even though-
He's a boy. But
Sean's a boy.
Sean is
Sean ran-
John's one of
Sean
our
ran-
lackeys over here at WHMP Sports.
Sean ran his first 100-mile with me because I convinced him to sign up.
Sit down, Sean.
This is special guest Sean Lemke.
Special guest
He
Sean.
this will be his 5th 100-mile. And he hasn't run one because of grad school in about 3 years, maybe 4. He's a little nervous. He's also probably undertrained. It's my fault. I have convinced people that hundreds are a good idea and I get them to sign up.
Yeah, probably just a little bit. Well, I got to eat food and move forward. It'll be good. I got this.
That's the name of the game.
Sean is sensitive to heat and it's going to be like 26 degrees all night. So we think Sean will be okay.
Hopefully.
Sean's going with the
I convinced
strategy
people
of
for
grow your
100
own
Karmell.
insulation. So
He does. See, I tried that. I didn't shave for the same number of days, and this is not what happened to my face.
Yeah,
My face
need,
actually,
need to trim.
that's not true. I shaved 2 days ago. This is a little kind of this stubble. For those of you who have normal estrogen still, God bless. Guess what's going to happen when you don't? When you
All right.
menopause, when you have to shave your face more often than your armpits. It's so great. Hooray. And also remember extra protein and vitamin D. These are the key things, and strength training.
And manage your salt.
And manage your soul.
Which, you know what's funny? Hold on, I'm coming back.
We're gonna go over to Karmell.
So-
She's putting
Yeah.
socks on.
Right before Outlaw, I did drop bag planning videos for like helping the group, you know? And if you look back to my electrolyte videos, I'm like, well, Lee's using Himalayan pink salt, but I'm going back to salt tabs because if it's not broken, don't fix it.
It
It
broke.
was like
You brought that on yourself.
terrible foreshadowing, I guess.
It broke.
It broke.
right.
So Carmel's wearing
So
shoes
I
she's
have
never
all of the
worn.
above now. I have all the
Nothing new
salts.
on race day. Carmel is wearing my
New
tights.
shoes.
New on race day.
My tights, a hat she got at her last race, so it's brand new. My shoes that she's never run in. I think the socks, though, the socks are old.
These are my favorite socks. Dry Mex socks. That's like a go with what you know. But no, there's a lot of new going on. I guess it's a do as I say, not as I do, though.
I will say
Yeah, we do. I
The-
do dumb stuff and stuff like
the
that, but it is
Peregrines
not.
don't feel
I do
as
it all the
good
time.
right away as the Topos. The Topos, you put them on and you're like, oh, these feel great. The Peregrines, you put them on, you're like, I don't know about this. But then I ended up wearing them all winter. So
Oh yeah.
They're good when stuff is rough underfoot. They do protect your foot. They don't feel as good because they're stiffer. And if
Yeah.
you're used to a lot more like cushioning feel, they have a harder ground feel. But when you run down a hill and step on a chunk of ice that's sharp, you don't really feel it in the arch of your foot like you would with a something like a topo. And where your foot muscles actually exhaust from the give of the ground of mud and snow, the Peregrines have a little more protection against that because they don't have as much give. They're not technically a stability shoe, but
okay.
they almost are mildly just because of the stiffness of the
I
rubber.
see
'cause
you
the rubber's
guys
so thick.
packing up, getting ready to go, and we don't want to make this video super mega long. So I just want to ask one more question. What's going to be different about Run Love It from all your other races? What's different? Is it something about the terrain? Is it the start
I don't know.
time? What's
I
different?
guess
than-
for me, yeah, it's the start time. It's going to be overcoming the evening start, which I am not pleased about. I mean, that means a lot more time awake because I've been awake now for many, many hours before even starting. So that will be new for me. What about
I've never been to Arkansas before we landed here in the airplane
oh yeah, Arkansas.
on yesterday.
Yeah. We could add it to our spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah, we got to, you know what? That is not appropriate topic for the group.
What?
Oh gosh. Okay. Nope. They don't need to hear about that spreadsheet. This has been a pre-race update on the Run Love It 100 miler. Thank you so much, Lee
Do
and
not call me
Karmell,
that.
and special guest Sean. Good luck, you guys. Don't break anything important.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing from you guys at the finish line.
All right.
Okay,
Sounds
bye.
good. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Talk soon. Bye.